I feel like I'm losing my mind. Faraf had comments calling him a capo. That is...
No agarre la cosa.
Kind of weird to be sarcastic in that circumstance. Are you that fucking stupid that you don't understand? His father is a Christian Lebanese man. He's saying very clearly, obviously it's not about Sabra and Shatila. This is, what do you mean? It's very weird to be sarcastic about this. This is not a serious thing at all. What are you talking about? I thought that we had moved past this point with like Jonathan Glazer and his statement after receiving an Oscar for Zone of Interest, and then like Hollywood letter writing campaigns occur where they were like, you're fucking anti-Semitic, you fucking piece of shit, how dare you equate the Holocaust and the indifference that like average Israeli society has over Gaza to Germans participating in the Holocaust. Like, how fucking dare you say that? Which is what they said.
Zombie.
Again, the son of Holocaust survivors. This is actually nutty. I don't know how to begin to explain how silly this is. Like, this is clearly sarcasm. And the reason why Capri Sun Papi is clearly being sarcastic in this circumstance is because it is a false interpretation of a very common joke, which is that Sabra hummus sucks. It's the easiest thing to boycott on the BDS list because it also is dog shit. It's just bad. It tastes awful. Here's a thing that a lot of people do that is very frustrating. When you have dialed in on someone you have declared an ideological opponent, liberals do this, leftists do this, and Republicans do this professionally, reactionaries do this professionally. When you have declared someone an ideological opponent of yourself, there is no room for sarcasm, jokes, humor whatsoever. Every single thing that a person brings up, whether it is in a humorous fashion, will be treated with the utmost severity and utmost sincerity. You said this specifically because of whatever, I will not listen to whatever reason you give me, and I will make up my own mind about the reasoning, and that even if you explain it or sarcastically say, of course it's not the reason why we named it Love Sabra, this is the reason why we named it Sabra, Loves Sabra specifically, okay? It'll be like, nah, he's not even being sarcastic, he's being for real actually. This is not sarcastic, this is a real statement. The statement itself does not even make sense if you treat it seriously. Okay? The statement right here does not make fucking sense. What is this? Ethan, self-proclaimed comedian, forgot what sarcasm and jokes were. The suspects can't get their story straight. Oh my lord, dude. We actually put Love Sabra on the list because I wanted to remind the panel of the time my father's people massacred my mother's people in Sabra and Shatila. Capri Sun Papi's father is a Lebanese Christian. Capri Sun Papi's mother is a Muslim Palestinian. If you know anything about the Sabra and Shatila massacres, it was the Phalangist ultra-right Christian militias that slaughtered the Palestinian and the Palestinian refugees living in Sabra and Shatila alongside many other Lebanese civilians in general. Okay? Here's what H3 had to say about Roth making the tier list. Such an obvious reaction. Candace Owens is racist, Blair White is transphobic, and you can add yourself to the list. You can't use as an excuse to say whatever you want about Jewish people. That doesn't work for other races, and y'all seem to understand that. But when talking about Jewish people, you suddenly unlearn everything you know about microaggressions, inclusion, and political correctness. These fucks are so anti-Semitic. I'm the one who made the list on who can say Habibi, and they try to spin this as Frogan ranking people from Arab to Jew. Keep Jews out of your fucking mouth. They're so fucking racist, they don't realize I'm Jewish. Weaponizing anti-Semitism like this is anti-Semitic. Wait. Like, saying that Roth is automatically a Candace Owens style individual and is like deeply anti-Semitic, or making a fucking joke tier list that is not, it does not read as like a serious, like, I'm sorry, I can't lose sleep over this no matter how hard people try to prime it. Like, this doesn't even read anywhere near as like problematic as the way that people are trying to present it. Unless you are so primed into an assumption that like every single person that's Arab is automatically anti-Semitic. What the fuck? Of course, the degrading Islamophobic communities are just gonna lie about everything and try to push it hard. If it's for Diaz and your ex-podcast buddy communities. Yeah, it wasn't an Arab the Jew tier list at all. It's more so who is Arab coded versus who is further from Arab coded. This is frustrating, man. And it's kind of sad because, like, there's not really anything you can say against it, because I know the broader reception to this kind of stuff is from an audience that is already going to be tuned into being Islamophobic, is going to specifically be, oh yeah, like, that tracks. Arabs do have that anti-Semitic gene in them. Muslims do have that anti-Semitic gene in them. So this kind of like nefarious, dare I say cynical framing of something that is totally permissible, totally appropriate, is being used to make it seem like it's something that it's not. And I've seen it so many times throughout my career with Ilhan Omar. There's also what was her name?
Oh yeah.
One of the leaders of the Women's March, Linda Sarsour. Like, anytime there is a prominent Muslim activist or any sort of like prominent Muslim person gets even a little bit of spotlight, and they are anti-Israel for understandable reasons, they get bullied out of the public spotlight. Happens all the goddamn time. It sucks. It sucks that you can't explain how much that tier list is horseshit. Wait, what do you mean? That list is horseshit? Why?
Acá.
Why is this list horseshit? Yeah, and it's like, and this is the other side of the equation where it's like, any fucking time stuff like this happens, of course, there is a flood of Islamophobic. Every time something like this happens, there's a flood of Islamophobia. Like, what the fuck? You're a scumbag. Kill yourself. You're disgusting. Fat fucking bitch. Go fucking die. Stupid Arab hippo. Die a horrible death, you rat. Hey, you okay with pay pigs? That's kind of funny. The fuck? Keep yapping and karma gonna come around to your lard ass. What about the soldiers of God? I'm going to fuck you bloody. Rotten hell, you Muslim piece of shit. You're about to lose your job, lol.
No, el ritual es acá. Sí, este es el último. Me tengo que hacer ya, man. No hay que hacer plata, boludo.
This is ridiculous, man.
Pilotudo.
It's just, what do you do?
No, me matan, boludo, y pierdo todo. No sé cuánto de plata.
As someone who is in the public spotlight, especially as someone who speaks out on a lot of issues, including but not limited to anti-Semitism rising in the United States of America, you invite a lot of fucking people hyper-focusing on everything and anything you say, and especially if you're like, especially if you're like a visibly Muslim person like Frogan is, it's just, it's automatic. Being a hijabi is like an automatic fucking, you're gonna get shit on, you're gonna get Islamophobic, you're inviting Islamophobic attacks into your life. That's it. Will E take responsibility for his community harassing Frogan? I don't think it's actually them. Yeah, I don't think it's, the other side of the story is that, like, I think Ethan's own community is more upset with Ethan. It's actually people that are tacking on to Ethan's community. This is what they were reacting to? White American Hamas supporter?
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers.
Wait, white American Hamas supporter streams their reaction to the death of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar? I know that this is not from, this is literally not. This right here is from before Yahya Sinwar was killed, for the record. Yeah. That right there is from before Yahya Sinwar was killed. They just use anything and everything to their fucking, they will always pry, they will remove context from anything and everything. Yeah, I saw this one. This wasn't even my reaction to anything. Lamau, this stream was last night and he died today.
Cao.
It's just,
Pero yo ya lo tengo hecho esto.
it is just unrestricted, relentless, unlimited faucet of Islamophobia.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
What is this? By the way, this is why I tell Lena not to post about the conflict when she does. These are the type of horrific comments she gets. May Allah cause Lena to miscarriage and die during birth for his Zionist support. Allah will never forgive you. Let's just be super clear. These are Hassan fans. You have to be on crack if you think that. Well, you probably are on crack. It's absolutely disgusting. Lena's an incredible person, and Allah will bless her with a beautiful baby. Don't pay yourself any attention. I appreciate you standing up for Lena, but I don't believe this is a Hassan fan at all. This seems like someone pretending to be Muslim to either make Muslims look bad or Hassan. Be careful, don't defend Hassan, you might have another mouth. Okay. That's like, this is fucking insane, dude. Let's just be super clear. These are Hassan fans. Yeah, totally. I would never allow anything like that. That's insane.
¿Dónde vienen estas bolas, man?
Yeah, I think most of this commentary is basically just to, move the attention away from people who are just bored of defending Israel or bored of shitting on Israel or even hearing about anything that's going on in Gaza. This is like a very exciting new way to focus on the subject matter and tackle it in a more palatable approach within the framework of content creators and their own personal feelings. I think it's ridiculous. While we're on this disgusting topic, notice how you had to add Jews born in Israel to make it racist, because like shitty hummus isn't racist. And maybe if you were less of an insane Zionist crashing out over a fun tier list, I did not invite you over to try some real hummus. Let's flip it upside down, shall we? Love Sabra, Jews born in Israel. They'll move on to other stuff. Like, people that want to fucking spark drama will move on to other stuff. Listen, take it from a person who eats this shit every fucking damn day of the week. This is Kiwi Farms behavior. It's just like 4chan shit repackaged with a repackaged ironically from a community that often makes insanely anti-Semitic statements on a regular basis as jokes. A community that has no problem having like out and about white supremacists, including Holocaust deniers, on their broadcast, and then turn around and now cynically act like they give a shit about anti-Semitism in an effort to weaponize, in an effort to dilute what anti-Semitism even fucking means in this circumstance by factoring all of this shit that's not anti-Semitic at all into the equation. And it's weird, very weird, and it's very distracting. If anyone thinks that I am a anti-Semitic person, clarify, you mean the Destiny community so they don't clip you and send it to H3? Yeah, of course I'm not talking about Ethan I'm not saying Ethan is making anti-Semitic memes or having Holocaust deniers on his broadcast. Well, I guess he did. Technically, he did have Myron on, and he did actually fucking rip into him for denying the fucking Holocaust. Anyway. I think that the recent unbannings that have happened in terms of like Sneeko and Fresh and Fit are completely fucking unacceptable. Like, it's ridiculous. These people have, with regular frequency, said horrifying shit, okay? Things that are very clear-cut terms of service violations. They have incredibly toxic fan bases. Sneeko directly has denied the Holocaust, and also on top of it, so is Myron from Fresh and Fit. And they also, on top of that, have said a fuck ton. Like you, yes, dude. Like me. Be for real, dude. Be for fucking real. Like, really? You think I'm a Holocaust denier? You think I'm an anti-Semite? Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you insane? That's wild, dude. Only thing I've ever denied is the 3-minute ad break at the top of the hour, which even then, I only deny that to those who have subscribed. For $6 or for free, at the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe.
Con estas cosas nunca se sabe lo que te puede tocar.
Like, packaging fucking psychotic, rabid anti-Semitic streamers with like,
Acabo de pensar que ¿y si una vez no vuelvo a ser yo? Los objetos que diseñan
having this conversation,
¿Qué tiene una pluma de personal?
while we're having this conversation, Israel is doing a genocide that it has escalated in North Gaza.
¡Qué llave tan grande! Un momento, ¿es una llave?
That's it. And I think that this is like either inadvertently or deliberately by certain groups. I'm not even saying this is, I think Ethan is in a different mentality at this point, but beyond Ethan, I think that this is deliberately and cynically being used by Destiny's community to cultivate this attitude by pointing to some very real instances of anti-Semites being unbanned and then packaging that all up under the guise of like all criticism of Israel is actually technically inherently anti-Semitic. It's very cynical. Yeah. I suspect he thinks you're a terrorist. No, I don't think. That's the other side of this. I don't think any of these people legitimately think I'm a terrorist. I don't. I think that they are acting like they do so that they can scare other people who are not knowledgeable on the issue at all. Like, come on, dude. You have to be a real fucking dumbass.
Sé que te grité de mala manera. Sé que dije cosas que no debería haber dicho.
They all just literally want you to have bad PR, that's all. I know.
Molesta.
They don't just say it to get likes and views. No, the real reason is because, like, I don't have advertisers, I don't have sponsors. I deliberately choose not to work with them when they approach me, and many do, with regular frequency. So they're just trying to deplatform me by any means necessary, which is really silly because, like, once again, this kind of stuff is exactly the type of shit that they rail against in this community normally, right? Like, that community usually is like very, that community is supposed to be like pro free speech, I thought. Maybe they're not, I don't know. Not that it matters. Because the avenues in which they're trying to target me are also correct. Like, I don't think anti-Semites should have any fucking space on this platform. I would never argue for that. I think it's fucking ridiculous. As a matter of fact, I've argued against that. Specifically with Sneeko. Anyway, don't give any more attention to any kind of like mass targeting and like mass campaigning initiatives that that you might have seen that these people are doing, because all you're doing is like giving it more breathing room. The way you know is only a PR battle. They started harassing journalists that published articles on you. Yeah, it's fucking nuts. I don't know what to do about it. Like, I don't know. There's nothing I can do about it. It's pretty crazy.
¿Qué puedo decir?
Like, what do you do? What do you do when, like, a straight up cult, a straight up fucking cult has thousands of extremely online fans that spend every waking moment trying to make my life a living hell, trying to make people within my periphery and their lives a living hell? You know? Like, there's not really anything you can do. Anyway, let's continue with SNL Lib Watch.
In both English and louder English. During a rally in Atlanta, Donald Trump said that any black person who votes for Kamala Harris should have their head examined. But no matter who we vote for...
Why are you even admitting it works? It doesn't. But it doesn't matter. That won't stop him from doing it. That's my point. It literally doesn't work.
I promise you, I am not going to therapy. That guy gets me.
At an all-female Fox News town hall, Trump declared himself the father of IVF, which stands for Ivanka and various freaks.
The IVF thing that Trump was saying, like claiming that he's the father of IVF, is extra funny because he literally openly admitted he didn't know what it means. He just straight up admitted that he did not know what IVF meant until the Alabama politician called him and was like, Mr. Trump, they're trying to ban IVF and people are calling my office, freaking out about it and blaming me for it. And Trump was like, what is IVF? He said it. He openly said it. I need to find that clip. Does anyone have that clip? It's so fucking stupid. I heard him straight up say, what is this? Is this the one? Wait. Oh, here it is. Yeah. I mean, this is a fucking Facebook clip, but you know, still pretty funny.
I said, explain IVF very.
He's like, explain IVF to me very quickly.
I'm the father.
You don't hear that
Quickly. Oh, I want to talk about IVF. I'm the father.
You don't hear that every day.
I'm the father of IVF. And within about 2 minutes, I understood it. I said, no, we're totally in favor of IVF. I got a call from Katie Britt, a young, just a fantastically attractive person from Alabama. She's a...
Fantastic. She's so hot. She's smoking. Young, fantastic, very hot. Love her. Ooh, she's just like my daughter. I'm a horny. How does this keep muting?
Because an Alabama judge had ruled, she's a senator, and she called me up like emergency, because an Alabama judge had ruled that the IVF clinics were illegal and they have to be closed down. A judge. And
it's funny. He's like, yeah, I'm the father of IVF. I'm the #1 protector of IVF. I've always been. Also, I found out about what IVF is from a phone call from Katie Britt. I said, teach me what it is. And I very quickly, fantastically, immediately understood it.
Trump also appeared on Fox and Friends and said that Abraham Lincoln was probably a great president, but wanted to know why the Civil War wasn't settled. Well, it was settled until you showed up.
Insiders say that during a campaign stop in Pennsylvania tomorrow, Donald Trump will work the fry cooker at a McDonald's where he plans to deep fry the tip of his tie. Kamala Harris responded to...
Yeah, well, he didn't, okay? He didn't. He fucking didn't. All right, what now, liberals?
Trump calling January 6th a day of love, saying that he is gaslighting us. But Kamala, you're just imagining things, baby. That's called gaslighting.
Yeah, that seems very real.
I'm a good actor.
At a rally in a Pennsylvania high school, Elon Musk promoted the debunked theory that Dominion voting systems rigged the 2020 election, saying, quote, "The last thing I would do is trust a..."
Wait, what? He did? Dude, another fucking insane part of this story, and it's in line with the whole, like, working class Americans that love Donald Trump and think that he, like, is a fighter for their interests and values, even though he was a fucking spoiled billionaire born with a silver spoon, is Elon Musk. These guys love Elon Musk, and he is a narcissistic, thin-skinned billionaire who consistently fucking makes false predictions, is a charlatan, con man, lies at every opportunity he can. And on top of that, he's like a foreign billionaire who wants to put a fucking microchip in people's brains. He is literally what people think Bill Gates is, dude. I don't understand it. He wants to put a microchip in motherfuckers' brains, dog. How are Americans, like, on board with that? They're like, yeah, I love Elon. He's a truth teller. He's a real truth teller. I love him. He's fighting the good fight. He's standing up to these elites. It's like, no, he is the elite. He's the #1 billionaire, dog. What the fuck? It goes to show you, these guys just don't care. They're like, oh, do you say you're a Republican? So it doesn't matter. Okay, I love everything about you. You just say the right words, and you're magically a good dude. You're magically doing all the right things, actually. I love you. I hope Dominion sues this bitch ass, too.
The computer program. You know, like the ones driving all of his cars. President Biden also said that he hopes that...
Like, I can't fucking stand how much power billionaires have over, like, American politics in general. That Elon Musk literally insinuated, or rather asked the question, why no one is assassinating Kamala Harris. And he's a motherfucking State Department employee, dude. He gets billions of dollars in not only subsidies for every single endeavor that he has his hands in, but he just directly is getting DOD contracts. Are you fucking joking? Like, you just get to say whatever the fuck you want, dude. You get to say whatever the fuck you want. Aren't you a billionaire, bro? Yes, dude. I am a billionaire. Yes. Yeah, I have the same level of power as Elon Musk over American society. Oh my God.
That the death of the leader of Hamas will be a path to peace in Gaza. Path to Peace is also the name of the home Biden's moving into in about 3 months.
The Archdiocese of Los Angeles has reached a settlement in hundreds of child sex abuse cases and will pay out $880 million, an amount that priests called worth it. It's the 90s, come on.
Candidates are now doing
Okay, this is actually a really good 3-minute bit. I really liked it.
everything they can to get young people to the polls. Here with his thoughts is new Saturday Night Live cast member Emil Wakim. Hi, Colin.
Working class people, Trumpers, are liberals. For them, working class is not a position in the mode of production. It's a subcultural aesthetic. Working class is being dumb, racist asshole. Yeah. A lot of people believe that, though. That's why they talk about the white working class. Americans do not have the capacity to comprehend that the American working class resembles the rest of America. It is very diverse. There are trans people in the American working class. There are black people in the American working class. There are women in the American working class. There are Hispanics in the American working class. But when you remove the class dynamic from the equation is simply an identifier. It's a marker, and it's just like not even just like a white person working in general in wage labor, but instead it's actually just you know, the most racist person you've ever met. And to add insult to injury, to show you exactly how much this class position has been mystified and diluted, it's actually like, here, I'll give you the example, okay? A gay Hispanic barista in New York working at fucking Starbucks is not considered working class, or a queer academic, a queer black academic that is trying to get a PhD and working as a grad student at the school for fucking pennies on the dollar is not real working class, despite the fact that they are wage laborers. But the small business owner in the fucking heartland that sells jet skis that he basically got from his father, those are real working class Americans. Like,
Oh,
doesn't
Dios.
mean anything. It
Qué
does not mean
pelotudo.
anything at all. It's so stupid. The way that these people use the term is so
Nah, bueno, qué cuidado que son, boludo.
is so idiotic.
Oh, vieja, cálmate.
Hi, Emil. Welcome. So, how are you feeling going into the election?
I feel good. I know who I'm voting for,
Concha
but I don't know who
madre.
my dad is voting for. You know, because my dad's an immigrant, but he he made it in this country. Like he made it against all odds. Like he made it so hard that he's a Republican now. Like that's the real American dream, dude. To go from like village in Lebanon to being like, no, don't let more in. No, sorry about that. No, sorry, white guys only. Come on, Kyle, let's go play pickleball.
I guess that is a dream, yeah. Do you still have family in Lebanon?
Yeah, I do. And, it's very scary now. But, my dad always worries about me because I talk about being Arab. And he's like, you don't have to say we're Arab. We're not.
It's so funny because, like, this statement, obviously I'm not Arab, I'm Turkish, but I've had this exact same conversation as I've told you guys about already with my grandfather. Why do you say your name is Hassan? Your last name already sounds like American. Say your name is Dogan Piker. No one will know you are Muslim. Stop saying you are Muslim. Why do you say your name is Hassan and that you are Muslim? Just don't say it. Because Doan is a super white name. No, but like Dogan, you can like massage it. It could be Irish, you know what I mean? Dogan Piker could be fucking Irish, I guess, in his mind. He would rather me, use a fake name anyway, as many fucking first-gen immigrants do, for the record. But
¿Para qué estaba haciendo recién entonces?
But that's like, that's his, that's the concession. He's like, if you're going to use your real name, then use Dogan. It sounds not as Muslim.
No, ten cuidado.
And it's just like,
Pasa que.
it's it's silly. I never did it. But, and I never would do it. But, it is a real fucking conversation that I think parents have with their children.
Not Arab. We're Christian Lebanese. It's different. We're European. We're like the French. And I'm like, ask the French if they think we're the French. They're like,
Yeah, so this is also the other side of like being a Phoenician. Lebanese Christian conversations here. I have a lot of Lebanese Christian friends, Austin not included in this subject, but like real fucking straight up first gen, second gen Lebanese Christians will be like, we are Phoenician. We are not Arab. Why would you say we are Arab? How dare you say we are Arab?
we're good, thanks. Because Christian Arabs are a very funny part of all this. Like anytime stuff starts going down over there, they always like to pop out to just be like, not us. It's just like a bunch of like Lebanese dudes with unibrows being like, bonjour, we are the white ones.
You're saying that the Christian part helps?
Yes, for sure. You know, I lived all over the country. No matter how liberal or conservative of an area I'm in, when people find out I was raised Christian, I can feel them just relax a little bit, you know? Even in this room, like I feel people's shoulders drop when they find out that your family are Christian Arabs. They're just like, oh, he's cool. Like, oh. They're just like a little less afraid of you, you know? Christian Arabs, we're like black.
This is literally the same combo the Arabs podcast had with the Don't Worry podcast guy from Lebanon. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, well, it's a very common, like, I like this because it is incredibly common. This is an incredibly common feeling for Christian Arabs, which is that, like, oh, when you say you're Christian, they get surprised. They're like, what? I didn't know your kind was, I didn't know they made Christians of your kind. It's like, brother, where do you think Christianity came from? Just think. Where? It also goes to like the Stavros joke, which is that like white people basically decided Greeks are white because like they wanted to be associated with like ancient Greece, even though they're basically just, again, very Arab coded as well.
Dudes with anime backpacks. You know, like,
oh, this part is really funny.
shoulders drop when they find out that your family are Christian Arabs. They're just like, oh, he's cool. Like, oh. They're just like a little less afraid of you, you know? Christian Arabs, we're like black dudes with anime backpacks. You know, like, racist guys are like, I don't love it, but I'm not gonna cross the street anymore. It's fine. He's capable.
On a genuine note, do you identify as a Muslim? I know you got angry when asked the other day, but haven't been following you for long. How do you consolidate aspects of Islam that are inherently non-left-wing? Brother, my understanding of religion, first of all, I say I'm culturally Muslim. I grew up in a Muslim country. My parents are Muslim. Well, my mom, I guess, she wouldn't say that. But ultimately, I am Muslim in the same way that like the average American is Christian, okay? The average Christian American does not fucking go to church every Sunday. Okay? That's it. And the idea that like you can consolidate aspects of Islam that are inherently non-left-wing is really silly because every single person that is a believer of a religion does that. Religion is always subject to interpretation, no matter how hard people try to act like it's not. As a matter of fact, there's a word for people who try to apply the false interpretation, or rather the most conservative interpretation of religion. They're called fundamentalists, okay? Which, ironically enough, they also bastardize certain aspects of religion in general, because every type of religion is subject to interpretation in the way that you view it, in the way that you, in the way that it defines your cultural development, your upbringing, okay? It's silly. There is no religion that is inherently left-wing. Religion has been on, once again, and I repeat this all the fucking time, religion has been on both sides of white supremacist chattel slavery. Christianity has been used to justify white supremacist chattel slavery. Christianity, in the form of liberation theology, has also been a significant galvanizing principle in abolishing white supremacist chattel slavery. So it is what you make of it, okay? Islam is no different than Christianity in this regard. That's it. That's it. You left your noise gate off since Stavros left? I don't think so. Can you hear my mom in the background? Is that why you're saying that? Anyway. There were Muslim Bolsheviks arguing for communism using Islam in the Russian Revolution. There are still Muslim socialists and communists doing the same. Yes. How was she? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, nice. Anyway.
Sports, okay, whatever.
I guess I see that. Sure.
Yeah, see? You know, we're not that different than other groups. You know, Arabs are not just like violent people by nature. We're really just like another group of like hairy, sweaty, passionate guys, you know? Like, what is an Arab but a Greek that you're kind of afraid of? You know what I mean? Like, we're right there.
Déjame pasar!
We talk with our hands, we kiss our buddies on the mouth. We're just like, hey, I love my mother. But then we bombed the Middle East forever, so then they went from being like, I love my mother, to like, I don't. Like, that's how we got there, you know? Colin wrote that joke for me.
Yeah, I didn't like that part until he said that. I thought it was cringe, but then I get it. He was, you know.
I don't think people are being honest with stuff over there.
But do you say the Shahada every day or just live as a labeled Muslim? What do you mean say the Shahada every day? What? No, the question should be, do you pray 5